Hey, what's up? What's going on out there? I wanted to make a video about whether or not Charlie Kirk was responsible for his own demise, meaning, did he take the proper security measures or not? Now, in my opinion, he didn't at all. Like having that big of a platform and that big of a profile to be having open debates out in the public, especially with contentious feelings or thoughts among other people. I just don't think it was I just don't think it was smart at all. And I saw this video. It was the last debate he had before he got put on the shirt, and I just thought it was crazy that he actually got whacked talking about gun rights or gun violence or whatever. But I'm gonna let the video play and leave my 1-2.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, hopefully we're going to have a little bit more disagreement. All right. A few weeks ago, there was a transgender mass shooter. And ever since then, about 3 weeks later, the Trump DOJ said that we should start talking about revoking gun rights for transgender Americans. Now, I think you're in support of this decision. Yes, is that fair to say? All right, great. So, do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years? Too many. It's five. Okay, now five is a lot, all right? I'm going to give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years? Counting or not counting gang violence? Great.
Well, I'm not gonna play that part because that's when the shot went off. But the end part that was interesting to me too was when he was going to start talking about gang violence and mass shootings. Now, when you go up to somebody and you ask them what a mass shooting is, they're going to usually say the same thing: as it was an individual who shot a group of innocent people or people that didn't know what was going on. Now, when you're usually talking about gang violence, is between a group of people that have a problem with each other and they shoot it out or whatever the case may be. But I just find it crazy that people are kind of defending Charlie Kirk, especially so-called black people defending his positions on things, position on certain things, um, and not seeing behind the veil of some of the bigoted remarks that he's had or that he's made. Now, if I was a so-called friend or a supporter of his, I don't know how somebody can be, especially a so-called black people, a person could be a supporter of his after certain things that he said and done. I just can't see it unless they're just like complete idiots. But if I close my eyes and I heard David Duke or Steve Bannon or Steve King, the politician out of Iowa, say some of the things that Charlie Kirk has said, especially about so-called black people, it will be nothing more than what those guys are, just straight out bigots, flat out racist. But I will give them this, at least they're honest. People like them, as Nick Fuentes, will flat out tell you they don't rock with you, they don't like you. That's cool. I'd rather somebody just be upfront with me and say they don't like me instead of being fake about it. And Charlie Kirk reminded me of one of those people who just had a thin veil, like pretended to be like, oh, I'm not bigoted, I'm just a nationalist. But the fact of the matter is, he was really so-called white, conservative, pseudo-Christian anyway. That falls under that category of, oh, I'm just a nativist, and that's just cold words for I'm just a I just believe in a country for whites only, basically. And he says things like that. He said the Democratic Party wants to eliminate white people, from America anyway. And full disclosure, I don't believe in either party, conservative, left, um, Democratic, Republic. I don't care for either one. Both of them are the same bird, the same same demonic bird to me. I don't like them both, either of them. Um, but back to my point, he just said a lot of things that were bigoted, but just try to throw like subtle jabs in it, like throwing out false murder conviction rates among so-called black people, which was false, which has been debunked. Things like that. But anyways, that was my this my 1-2 on the situation. Do you guys think that he could have taken better security measures, especially being having the persona that he had? But leave your commentary. Let me know what you think.